What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I, of course, am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you guys are all having yourselves a fantastic weekend so far. It's Saturday night, a little after 10 o'clock. Enjoying myself a little bit of playoff basketball today, ready for the Sixers tomorrow. Hope you guys are all having a great weekend. It's been so effing nice out. I hope you guys are getting out there. It has been enjoyable, just getting some life. Man, I've been going crazy in here. So it's been nice. But tonight, I thought we could get back into the positional outlook. We're going to finish off the offense here. We're giving the front office all the time in the world to add themselves another cornerback before I get to it. So we'll see what we do. But today, we are going to be focusing on the interior offensive line. Last week we had talked about, actually, it might have been the beginning of this week, we had talked about the tackles. Today, we're going to get into the guards and the centers. So we're going to be talking about all of it, just throw it all together there, finish off the offensive line and have it all set. We talked about the skill positions and the quarterbacks. Go ahead and check those out on the YouTube page if you missed those, but just breaking down every position, looking at who we have, what the competition is here. So tonight, we're going to get into the guards and centers. If you guys have any questions, any comments, throw them my way. If they're about something else other than the guards and the centers, well, it's very welcome. We can talk about anything. We talked about Lane Johnson, Brandon Brooks the last couple of days, those guys being back, the excitement. Hopefully they stay healthy. We know a lot of this season, is falling on. Well, everybody's got to stay healthy, but the offensive line, we know that we set records last year, 13 effing starting lines. That's bad. That's not good, having to make a graphic every week for a different offensive starting line. It got pretty damn annoying. I'll be real with you. So we want to be healthy. We definitely want that. We saw Brandon Brooks back, but we talked about yesterday, is he still on the trade block? I'm sure the Eagles are still listening. I hate to even say that because I love Brandon Brooks. Do not get rid of him, but I understand if someone is offering you some pretty high value, somebody over the age of 30, you just drafted a guy that could replace him, eventually Kelce, but, for the short term, he could, be a guard. So we'll get into that here in a second, but let's take a gander at those guards first. I threw Matt Pryor back in here. This guy, this is it for him. If he doesn't pull something out of his ass, and he had his opportunity last year, he missed out. I mean, the guy's a beast, 6'7", 330 pounds. He's still young, 26, but I just really don't see it panning out for him. He was versatile and provided, the ability to be a swing tackle. We talked about him when we were talking about the tackles, that he would pop up here. That's the one thing that kept him around. But we've got some other guys that can do just the same now. Talking about your Driscoll last week when we mentioned the tackles, Herbig there. There's a lot of guys that I really like. Herbig being versatile, that he can play guard and center. Same with Seumalo, a lot of these guys. So you love to see that. But Kayode, Awosika, that was the undrafted kid we talked about last week. He will be brought in. He'll probably be more of a guard, but he played tackle in college, shorter arms. We'll see where it goes, but one of those versatile guys we've talked about. So we'll see how it works out for Kayode, but 6'3" guy, 312, that's, about a guard size. So a little more on the inside, I'd say. But that kid out of Buffalo, I wish him the best of luck. We'll see how it goes there. And then Opeta got some starts last year, 6'4", 305. Coming into his third year out of Weber State. This guy, I think a lot of people were very surprised, including myself, when he got the start over Herbig last year. Don't know if they were trying to see what they had in him. Regardless, did not like it at all. Nate Herbig, I love that kid. I think he could be, Brandon Brooks' replacement in the future. You got, maybe Dickerson in the middle there at center. But Nate Herbig, 6'4", 334 pounds out of Stanford. Love that kid, man. I think that he really could hold it down as a guard of the future for the Eagles. Isaac Seumalo, I think a lot of people sleep on Isaac Seumalo. They really, I don't think, give him the chance that he deserves. And last year when he was hurt, it really showed on this offensive line, but you really couldn't tell because everybody was hurt. But the kid's got talent. A lot of talk that he could, be beaten out by a Landon Dickerson. We'll see. May the best man win. Nobody's going to be handed anything this year. So, yeah, but right now, that's your starters. You see the first two there. Brandon Brooks, obviously, is your starter at right guard. But Seumalo is going to have some competition. I like Seumalo, though. I think that, like I said, he's slept on. But 6'4", 300 pounds. coming into his like 7th year out of Oregon State. So hope for Seumalo to hold it down, let Dickerson have that redshirt year, get healthy, learn from these guys. That's my hope. And then Brandon Brooks. If I really hope he's not traded, but let's just pretend that will not happen. Damn it. But Herbig, great replacement. All these guys, Seumalo, that's fine and dandy. Brandon Brooks, man, that's the guy you love. You know what I mean? That's the one guy you don't want to see go anywhere. Love that man. But, he played in the league for 10 years. Coming out of Miami, he's 31 now. 6'5", 335 pounds. He's that perfect size guard. I love me some Brandon Brooks. But, I'm not going to put it on the back burner that it's not a possibility. But if he stays, please, God, let him stay. Lane Johnson, Brandon Brooks, Jason Kelce, Seumalo, and Mailata/Dillard, whoever, whatever. I like that line a lot. So that gets me pretty excited. I like the guard position right now. We've got some damn good depth there. You talk about, let's just say, those are, you're going to look at the centers here in a second because you got some guys that could stick around as depth as a backup center. And then you could consider Landon Dickerson, one of the backups to, Brooks or Seumalo, and then Herbig as the other. I don't know. Opeta could be a backup to one of those guys. Kayode, Matt Pryor, we talked about. He's going to have to step it up. But now we're going to take a little look at the centers here. Obviously, we know who our starting center is. Jason Kelce. Glad to have him back. Hope he sticks around for a couple years. But we got his replacement this year. A guy that we talk about could compete at guard right away. But, the replacement for Jason Kelce, Landon Dickerson, you hope that his career, he stays healthy. I'm excited for the kid. I love his energy. I think that he's going to be awesome for a very long time for the Eagles. You guys saw the videos I posted of him. I just think the kid, I don't know what it is. I love his energy. And, when you look at Jason Kelce, you want to see those team leaders. You know what I mean? And I think that he's that guy, especially at center, that you want to see him be a team leader. And he's got that energy. He was so excited when he got drafted. He wanted to come right away to the Eagles, but kid's a monster. 6'6", 333 pounds. He's a beast out of Alabama. Everybody wants that SEC. Oh, come on. Well, here you go. Can't wait to see what Dickerson does for this team. But maybe we have to wait a little, and maybe I'm okay with that because he has his injury history. So let's hope that he stays healthy. Let's give him that opportunity. Be great. Luke Juriga, that he actually stepped in instead of Seumalo and Herbig last year at the center spot. So maybe the last coaching staff really liked what they saw from him at center. We'll see what we get out of him. 6'4", 300 pounds, coming into his second year out of Western Michigan. I talked about him last year. Maybe had a chance to make the roster, danced around in the practice squad. All those injuries allowed him to make it, and then, ended up actually helping out at center. So we'll see, but he's got some competition. Brought in Ross Pierschbacher last year at the end of the year, coming into his second year. We liked him, right? Coming out of Alabama. So some familiarity with Jalen Hurts. We talked about that. So I like that kid too. He's going to compete. And then the undrafted kid, Harry Kreider, 6'3", 307 pounds out of Indiana. I think, that's good. We have competition. Talk about you win in the trenches. We needed to build that up. I know there were a lot of holes in this team, man, lots. But we went after a lot of positions where guys are getting older. Guys have huge cap hits, probably won't be here next year. So we made the right moves. I like the draft, the direction we're headed. We have to fix this mess. And Howie, you're the one that got us in this mess. So I'm glad you're kind of fixing it, but you shouldn't have got us here in the first place. It is what it is. So I'm trying to be excited about this team. And right there, that excites me. We talked about the tackles the other day, and I really want to see what happens with Mailata and Dillard, but you got Lane Johnson, and then you talk about Brooks, and then the battle, you could say, between Seumalo and Dickerson, and then Kelce is your starter. Whoever wins, I'm pretty happy. So I like this offensive line, and it's obvious. Everybody, well, they got to stay healthy. Well, yeah, everybody's got to stay healthy. If Miles Sanders goes down, that sucks. If Hurts goes down, that sucks. Devontae Smith, you know what I mean? Nobody. You don't want to see anybody. I want to see Rodney McLeod stay healthy. I want to see everyone on this team, Darius Slay, all of them healthy. So, offensive line, they're getting older, but that's why we brought in some guys. I like Driscoll. I like Herbig. I like Juriga even. And, of course, I like Dickerson. So, building for the future, and we've got some competition and depth for this year. So, yes. But that's all I got for today, guys. Just wanted to take a gander at that offensive line, the interior style. So, hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this later, you have any comments or questions you want to throw my way, please feel free to do so. always try to get back to you guys. If I miss them, you can always comment again or reach out to me. Always happy to talk some birds with you. But I hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. Get ready for that Sixers win tomorrow against the Wizards. If you guys need anything, reach out to me. I appreciate all you guys for liking, subscribing, retweeting, whatever you're doing out there to support me. I truly appreciate it. You can find me on all these platforms here. You can also find me on podcast form now. I have a couple episodes out with a couple interviews. Chris Franklin of NJ.com. And of course, Jeff Mosher of Inside the Birds. We just did the other day. So I hope you'll check that out wherever you're checking out podcasts. On the Road to Victory with Jimmy Smith. Hope you guys enjoyed the last positional outlook on offense. And next week, tomorrow, I'm not sure if we'll be doing positional outlook. I have a plan. We'll see how it goes. But tomorrow, I may be back with defense. We'll see how it goes regardless. But if you guys need anything, reach out. Anything crazy happens, I will be back. But if not, I will be back tomorrow with either a guest or another positional outlook. So have a great Saturday night, guys. And as always, go Birds!